YouTube on your phone.
All right. It is Eric and Elaine, the country boy.
And the city girl.
Yes, we are here live. Serving our people here, Goshen Group. So it's awesome. It's here in the nighttime. So if you see me looking off somewhere, I'm looking at the other screen.
You're looking in the screen and into the abyss.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That it is.
Yes.
It's a lovely, nice night, clear sky.
Yes.
A little chill.
Yes.
But it's really nice. It's nice.
All right. So, okay, Spirit.
All right.
Good evening, you guys.
Hey.
All right.
Spirit.
Let me know if the audio and the video is straight.
Yes.
You can hear us. And
type
see us.
Type 5 in the chat if you can hear.
Air blast.
I like to do that.
Why we start at 5?
Why not start at 5? Why?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Type
no
a
problem.
5 in the chat if you
No
can
problem.
hear us. K-Spirit, let us know. We are excited. Right. Everybody come on in the room. Come on the live with us. 555. Yeah, all right then.
In the room.
Yes, thank you for that.
Come on.
Really, sir. We thank him for that rendition.
Dated myself.
You did. All right. It is, of course, another night, another Thursday. So thank you for coming in. Make sure that you share this. Send it to someone that you know and you love, because we are talking tonight about a hot topic. It's a hot topic.
Hot topic. Yes.
What are we talking about, Eric?
We talking to intimacy.
Intimacy.
I know some of my brothers out there have a particular thought process on what intimacy is.
What is that exactly? Intimacy.
They think
one thing.
One thing.
But it could be something.
I think it's some ladies that think the same way.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I know one.
We'll find out. We shall see.
I know a lady.
You know one?
I know one.
That thinks what?
That think that intimacy is
one thing.
Yeah, it's wrestling. I think it's
wrestling. Not wrestling.
Not wrestling. Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You are funny. But yes, come on, join us, and let us know that, of course, you are excited like we are. If you have been tuning in, and if you have been, y'all will see us looking at different screens. But of course, if you've been tuning in, we've been focusing on a lot of different topics and regarding what? Healthy relationships.
HealTHY relationship. This is our HealTHY relationship.
The series, right? So we're going to continue to bring it. We're going to continue to bring you up some more topics. And if you have a topic, of course, that you are interested in, questions,
comments.
We
don't know everything.
Suggestions. Absolutely, yes. We don't. We're not the experts. We are experts. But what are we experts of, Eric?
Our own relationship.
We're experts of this.
Yes.
You got a PhD in me.
Ooh.
What? And I've got a PhD in my man.
That was real
Yes.
easy. That was real easy.
That was real easy.
That was real easy. It's okay. Y'all can laugh. So we got
So
we got folks.
company, y'all.
We
Yes.
got folks in the building, in the building where we actually outside.
Right.
Well, I guess buildings are outside too. So
Buildings are outside.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
tickled me with that. But
yeah.
yes,
So-
buildings are outside. So we have company, and they're spending this time with us, and it's going to be fun because they're gonna
Chime
be
in.
chiming in here and there, I believe.
Yeah.
Because we've got some that have some great things to say.
Great insights.
Insight.
All right. So listen, if you've been enjoying the content, please go over to our YouTube page, like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
And click that little notification bell
Yes.
so you can be notified when we go live
Absolutely.
and everything. Right now, we go live every Thursday at
At
9
what time?
p.m. 9
9.
p.m. Central, 10 Eastern, 8 Mountain, and 7
Well, give it to him then. Break it down.
in the Pacific.
He's breaking down the time zones.
Mhm.
Okay.
Some folks, Pacific. Pacific.
Don't do
Anyway.
it. Don't do it.
Yes, so we're gonna be, go and do that. Go also to the Facebook page, E Squared, Eric and Elaine,
Yes.
or Black
Or some
Love
people
Matters.
say E2, but it's
It's E Squared.
It's E Squared.
It's not E2. It's E Squared. The exponential. We're taking it to the
component.
yes.
Got the
all that,
components in there.
all that.
Did you remember that from math?
With our
Did you remember
non-math
components?
excels.
I know, right? So yeah, that we won't even go there. But what we will talk about is something that we know a little bit something about. Y'all say that we know a little bit about intimacy.
Oh, just because you got a bazillion kids. See, I told y'all
Some
I
hands
knew
are up in the
somebody.
room.
I told you I knew a lady who thought that wrestling was intimacy.
And I ain't ashamed about it. No, I'm teasing. Okay, so you're not
That's-
saying who that lady is, but you kind of, I feel targeted.
Okay, I won't look in her
I
direction.
feel targeted.
I won't say no names. But if you whistle, I'll point.
Really?
Yeah. If you
We got some
whistle,
whistlers in
I'll
here.
point.
Don't do it.
Because there's folks, that's the first thing she talked about.
This is not my night to be
Ma'am.
shaded.
Man, okay, so anyway, this is the lady who feel that way. It had nothing to do with the strawberries, not the strawberries, the globe grapes and Hawaiian bread.
That was your contribution to the relationship. That was your idea. You introduced
But that was
me to
intimacy. That was
that.
that not intimacy?
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so let's just shut it all down, and we're gonna give you 4 types of intimacy real quick tonight. All right,
Real
4 types of intimacy, and then we're gonna open up for questions and comments and such and whatnot.
And I will say that intimacy, was that a clap? There's a clap in here. But yeah, I will say that intimacy definitely strengthens the relationship. If you agree, then, if you in the room, say, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
all right.
All right.
And
Hell
if
yeah.
you are not in the room, listen, just put a 7 in the chat. If you say that intimacy does strengthen the relationship. Okay, so what we want to do is definitely talk about the ways that we can strengthen our relationships, and intimacy is one. But we have to be able to define what intimacy really is, because I think there could be confusion, there are misunderstandings, there are just certain things that even couples miscommunicate about. We can miss it totally, because if we don't have shared meaning in what intimacy is, then we could be giving something that person really they don't want, they don't need, they don't appreciate.
Yes. Hey, shalom, Carl.
Carl,
All right. Yes, Kiambre. Shalom.
Michelle,
Michelle,
all
how are you
my
doing?
people. She said she put a 7 in there. That's right, Michelle. She
Okay.
agrees. Intimacy does strengthen the
Yes.
relationship. So we're gonna lay it out tonight.
Perfection.
And
Yes.
And we of course y'all chime in.
Real quick.
Let us know.
Okay, so what are some areas of intimacy y'all think? Because it was actually
That's a good
Michelle
question.
Walker's husband, who my boy Tyrone, who was the question last week,
He did.
and was talking about, because I know they have a network of people that they work with, and I think he mentioned some folks who some people he know that work a lot. We know a lot of clergy
Yeah.
that work a lot, and it's almost like you're married to the church, and which is an issue, which is you're not going to find anywhere in the scripture, or whatnot. So our brothers got to recognize the main thing. Keep the main thing the main
The
thing.
main thing, the main thing.
Say in my country, New Canaan vernacular.
What we say, country boy, city girl.
By
Listen,
way
you gonna
of
get it.
Cleveland, Texas.
All right, Cleveland on the map.
Yes. Keeping the main thing
The main
the main.
thing.
Okay, city girl.
I'm just
All right.
Listen, I got to speak for all peoples.
Tell me what is, give me y'all's
Your definition.
definition of intimacy.
Yeah,
Hit me in the chat with your definition
of
of
intimacy.
intimacy.
Yes. What is intimacy in your opinion?
In your opinion.
And keep in mind, y'all know how we do it, right? There are no right or wrong answers.
Nope.
We don't do that. We don't shame anybody because, like what we say in the
you don't shame
workshops.
anybody, but you shame.
What I see.
Okay. All right.
See, somebody's
I got
not
it.
going to have good
I got it.
intimacy. I'm just saying.
See, that's why I say this lady I know, whom I won't look in her direction, intimacy is wrestling.
You said wrestling.
Wrestling. Well, you corrected me. See, you corrected me earlier saying, so it's not
Yeah.
wrestling.
Well, don't let it affect your wrestling. Your wrestling. Don't let your wrestling be affected.
Choco.
Right.
Okay, no domestic violence. Forgive us for that. That was a poor
I
joke
wasn't
on my
talking
part.
about domestic violence.
Okay.
But
Okay. Intimacy. Carl done been to the workshop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have that one, Carl. I'm gonna let you have that one.
And here's what we were saying, though. What I was saying was there are no right or wrong answers, right? So,
To know me.
share what you really think that intimacy is. And thank you, Carl, because what we say in the workshops as well is that, we won't yuck. What?
Yo yum. We don't yuck nobody's yum. And what that means, what may be yummy to you and may be yucky to me, I don't take it upon myself to let you know that it's yucky to me.
Right. Don't yuck my yum.
Because do like the girl Tabitha, because it's not my business. Because it's my business.
She does say that. Yeah.
Okay.
She say
Okay.
it's
I don't watch Tabitha, so it'd be on in the room where I'm at. So yeah.
That's what he
But
said.
I love her personality. Love her personality. Yes.
Okay, Carl says to know me. Okay. I say okay. To know me. All right, Carl. I like that. So to know you. So not just like, kind of get along with you or to be making it work, but you want for someone to really know your wife. Let me just be specific. You want your wife to really know Carl, like everything about you. And that I would say ding ding ding. Of course, yes, I would definitely agree. To know someone. Is that the biblical no?
Because the biblical no
The biblical
got
no.
some wrestling going on.
Right. And so
But it ain't always wrestling. It ain't always
It's
wrestling.
not.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're going to start with number 4. We're going to count down. All right, we're going to start with number 4 of intimacy because we're not getting many questions. Okay, wait a minute. K-Spirit is saying
coming out with a paragraph.
intimacy, my meaning, keep friends in your greater circle and in a timely fashion.
Ooh,
Okay, wait a minute.
intimacy.
Let me do that again. Intimacy, my meaning, keep friends in your greater circle in a timely fashion. Okay, I need you to expound on that one. Help me with that one, cause
Okay, let me.
read you try you read it.
Intimacy means, to me, means keeping friends in your greater circle in a timely fashion. Okay.
My meaning.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I want you to. I'm trying to
I'm
get
trying to pick up what you're laying down, but
I was
it's
in
a
the
little bit.
I was in the orange reading group in elementary, so
But I get it. So I think what you're saying, K Spirit, is like there are people in your inner circle, right?
right.
Who, of course, they're the ones who know you best.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's it's that timely fashion is kind of what we're struggling with.
Yes,
So give us a little bit more on that. But yes, thank you for your comment.
Yes.
And then Carl says yes, that is what he's talking about. Yes, that's
okay.
a part of it.
Okay.
Love
Cool
it.
beans.
Come
Wonderful.
on in. Good
Celeste.
to see you,
Yes.
Davidson,
And Jarvis Davidson.
and Jarvis
That's
Davidson.
kinfolk right there.
All right.
That's kinfolk right
Come on
there.
in,
And
kinfolk.
Jarvis. Yes, it's kinfolk. All right.
Okay, she's talking about boundaries. Okay, Carl says, okay, K Spirit is talking about boundaries.
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have some and this is beyond the intimate relationship. You know, why we even say intimate relationship? Well, yeah, it's intimate relationship because you
Or
should
affectionate
be.
relationship.
Yeah, you should be. Intimate with me in order, and we're gonna go over those things. So we're gonna do the countdown right quick.
And I will say, just to add to that, it's not, we need boundaries in all of our relationships, even in our marriages, right? And so that, to have true intimacy, you do have to have boundaries. There are certain things that you
Hands
can
down.
say, hey, this is where, I believe that this is not going to work to do this
Right.
or to do that. This is what it requires to love me.
Yes.
Okay, so
Requires to love.
there are requirements to love, to this love, right?
Okay, so to the countdown.
Let's get to it.
To the countdown.
You want to start with
All right. Yes. We're gonna go 4 on down because I think they build upon each other.
I do too.
Okay.
But the opposite
But
way.
yeah, and so the number one though is the strongest. Boom, boom, right? So I'm gonna get the surface out the way.
Gotcha.
And speaking of surface, no pun intended, physical intimacy. Okay? Physical intimacy.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, we got
Okay,
you.
wonderful. So physical intimacy is be clear. Physical intimacy is not important. It's important because you know somebody. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal to wrestle. Okay, so just because it's the form most popularly associated with the term, okay, physical intimacy is one in relaxed, getting to know. It's beyond your, and I'm not going to say animalistic, but your natural inside.
Yeah.
So come on, it's what? What's that? Oh.
We got some
Say what that
growls
is.
in the room.
Say what that is.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that cougar? What is that?
Oh, you know about cougars.
Oh, okay. I see where y'all going.
We going it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. On the prowl. Okay. It's bigger than you just being on the prowl.
Anyway.
It feels good. It makes a connection. Okay. What are some physical, non-sexual physical intimacy? What would you say that is, Davis?
Non-physical.
No, it's physical but non-sexual.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Non-sexual.
So look at your wife in the eyes and tell her that you love her.
Oh, he broke out the, and then he gonna get his voice gonna get low.
He got
Somebody
sultry.
said gazing into the eyes, right?
And tell her what?
And tell them that you love them. That will definitely reach the heart. And further other places too. But anyway, yes.
Okay, see, why you keep going to the wrestling?
But we're talking about physical intimacy. We're talking about physical.
Yeah, but
so-
we're talking about non-sexual that makes you feel good
And I keep taking
strengthens
it- I
the
keep- I keep going.
And you keep going. See, now y'all know how I got that my story
You know what?
is true.
Anyway,
Y'all know my story is true. That I was an innocent violator, and I blacked out, and when I came to, virtue was gone from me.
y'all see this
Okay.
innocent face. Y'all see this?
Yeah. That's how they be. All right, TJ.
But listen, K Spirit says body language. K Spirit is through with it.
Come
Yes. Body language, okay? Absolutely.
Body language. How is the body language? What is the body language?
Yeah, you can. That's definitely true. And if we go further, like Carl says, holding hands. I
Yes.
definitely agree.
Holding hands.
Holding hands.
Then we got Cambray saying non-sexual touch, rubbing their head, holding hands, hugs. Also, you like rubbing Brandon's head, his bald head. That's what it is. Where he at?
Yeah.
Okay, Carl Hall trying to get deep with it and go conversation.
Carl say I ain't here to play.
Yeah, sometimes just listening.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is.
Now see, you going into the another
Uh-oh.
one of the intimacy points that we're going to bring out, because listening actually will feel and fuel the other type of intimacy that we're going to. I mean, we can kind of. I don't want to skip around, but yes.
No, we'll stay on the counter.
Yeah, you on it, Carl. You're
stay on
definitely on it.
Rubbing bald head. She laughing. Sure. Okay. Michelle
said,
say,
"I sure do."
"Ooh, talking when he sings to me." Oh, she said, "I want him to sing." Tyrone. I didn't know Tyrone could sing.
Come through, Tyrone.
Ooh, I bet he do some Vandro stuff. You know, Tyrone. Come on, Tyrone. Make it happen.
Listen, Tyrone says, I do what I have to do.
Right.
I
Right.
do what must be done.
Right.
So yes, physical intimacy is key, and there are ways that we can be physical without being sexual.
Yes.
And so every last one of you talked about something that is definitely the total truth. We look into the eyes, right?
Okay.
And there's something that happens when Eric looks into my eyes. Right?
What happens is like the snake done hypnotized the prey, and I stand there and I can't do nothing, and then the snake attacks. You know, yeah. That's how, when I look into these eyes, that's how all them cheering came. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Anyways, listen. I'm not gonna even comment on that, but that can go both ways. But anyway, so yes, getting into the eyes, right? And I talk about, a lot how the day that Eric came home, and when he walked into the door, and this day, it was a chaotic day. Of course, homeschooling 5 children's, 5 that he gave me, and that day I had so much going on. But he came in and he grabbed me, and he held me in his arms, and he looked into my eyes, and I felt like the weight of the world of the day
just gone.
Just yes,
the weight of the
it's
world.
like it just melted off.
It was all worth it.
It was
It was
what?
It was all worth
It
it.
was
It was all
all
worth it. Yes.
all worth it.
And so, yes, there's a sense of intimacy when you are looking into that person's eyes, because they say that the eyes are what? The window to the soul. Absolutely. So we got to recognize that is a key point, because we all want to be seen. Just as much as we want to be heard, we all want to be seen as well. So thank you for that. We've got someone says, Carl says hugs and kisses. Carl is coming through. Carl, you better talk about it. We're gonna have to have you on for a session to lead in some other topics.
I don't
on
know.
that
I don't
intimacy
know.
part.
Carl might be rated R because he done already went to hugs
He
and
might be
kisses.
rated R.
He might be rated R.
Yes, but definitely we want to hug, we want to kiss, right? And there's also something, you guys, that's called, we are implementing the 7-second kiss. The 7-second kiss.
Don't have no babies now.
Yeah, because we're not liable, right?
We ain't liable for child support. We ain't liable for your population of your home to reach an all new high.
But the 7 second kiss, because so many times when you are married, right, and when you are totally in the day-to-day, what they call the grind of things, when you're paying bills, you're sending kids to school, to college, and so on and so forth, and you are working every day, you're doing all that you can to make it so-called in this world, there are certain things that becomes weighty and can become quite normal and routine. And the 7 second kiss is a way to actually increase that intimacy. And y'all remember what it was like when you kissed? You remember that what it felt like, right? To be kissed, to be held, right? So taking the time to actually kiss for 7 seconds, y'all. Try it.
Try it and see again.
And report back to us.
We are not liable. Disclaimer: we are not liable for any broken bones, broken furniture. Your tax return changing. Oh, you might like the tax return changing because you got an opinion. But anyway, E Squared is not liable.
Okay, Carl says, how y'all do that? The 7 second kiss, is that what the question is, Carl? So it's a way to increase intimacy. So you kiss actually for 7 seconds. You know how sometimes we kiss. Right.
None of that. That ain't even a half a second.
You know how you do when you're like, okay, bye, baby.
That ain't even half a second.
Right.
No. But we can't do the lingering on here because they be like doing pornography or whatever. So we're not trying to do that.
Not going there.
Right?
But
yeah.
Yes.
So okay.
That's one.
Down we're going to number 3.
Number 3.
Okay.
And this one, I really like this one because this is, of course, spiritual intimacy. And a lot of times we don't think about spiritual intimacy.
Don't think about spiritual intimacy.
Is that possible? What
Spiritual
does that look like?
intimacy. Now, in some situations, you're in a relationship and you guys aren't totally there. That's tough in the relationship if you're not both on the same page spiritually. However, what you can do is share. Hopefully, the share only to give information. Okay? If you're in a relationship like that. Now, if you're single out here, we go over that in your beginning, your premarital 101s, that your core values need to be on point from the jump street.
Absolutely. And
from the jump street.
And that even goes with the boundaries that was spoken about, right? Creating those boundaries. And spiritual intimacy is, you knowing exactly what are your core values.
Hands down.
What is it that you actually and really truly believe? What do you believe? And you have to be able to share that. You have to be able to say, hey, I believe in the Messiah. I believe in righteous living. I believe. You share that, of course, and that's what you, as you share, that person, of course, will share theirs.
Right.
And you also share those boundaries, like, okay, what I will not have in my relationship spiritually is, I don't dibble and dabble with different religions.
Different things.
And different,
Well, let's talk about the positive end. Those who are together. I see Carl said that reading and studying together. Hands down. Hands down.
Yes. Hands what?
Hands down.
That's right.
That's right. Netanyahu.
Yes.
Okay. I just saw him. Yeah, I'm gonna put Netanyahu on the spot. Naama.
Maybe.
Naama.
We've got our company. So
we got a question for you about. Hey, how are you? Good. Come on, Naama. I want to ask. Look, she turned around. I want to ask you about. We're talking about the importance of spiritual intimacy with your partner.
I'm finna be in that conversation.
Okay, just so you know,
look,
she pressed the opt-out button.
The opt-out button. We see the fruit.
We ain't finna be
I'm
that
just saying. I'm just saying. We see the fruit.
Okay, is there such a thing though? Do you think that there
It
is
is.
such a thing?
It is. Connect with your partner, just not on a physical base, but on a spiritual base. Meaning when you're on the same level of prayer, same level of studying, you know, walking in y'all's way, doing what y'all telling you to do,
Yes.
and you know, and kind of converse with one another.
Absolutely.
Converse. Have that conversation.
Have that conversation.
Right.
Come on now.
You know, just,
Right.
I mean, you don't know what each other's thinking unless you have that conversation.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
so for those who could not hear this lovely sultry voice that was speaking, it wasn't me this time. But of course,
What was that? What was that?
it wasn't me this time.
Okay.
But what she was saying is spiritual intimacy is connecting, right? It's having the heart to heart, and just it's along the lines of what Carl was sharing. But she said it's when you are able to have a heart to heart and be one in your understanding, and you are connecting in what you actually believe, what it is that you actually study together, you know, talk about the things that actually fuel you, your spirit man.
Right. They sing their favorite.
Your ruach.
Yeah, they sing their favorite. Carl said they sing their favorite songs together.
Oh,
And everything.
that's good.
Kiambre says
That's
foot
good.
washing while praying over your spouse. Foot washing.
Come on now. Don't be looking at me.
Foot washing. That's what I'm talking about. Share
So-
values, dislikes, and
Okay,
goals.
Kiamber, you're gonna make me step up my game now. I gotta start foot washing
Hey.
every
Hey, I got them sandals off right now. I got them sandals
I'll
off
wash
right
your
now.
feet, baby. I'll wash your feet.
You wash them?
I'll wash it. Absolutely. So yes, but spiritual intimacy is totally it's huge, and I think that it's one of the most important types of intimacy, because if we cannot connect and be one on the spiritual level, right, then we know in talking to many couples where if that part is off, then it affects the other areas of the relationship. And so that is always helpful, and that's why we know the word talks about, the scripture talks about being what? Not being unequally yoked, right? And so there, we can break that down even further, because we know some of y'all are knowledgeable and all that, but we're gonna just keep it on the level of understanding that being equally yoked is definitely having that oneness in mind. Eric and I, we have beliefs. Our belief that, hey, we are believers. We teach our children from the faith that we walk in, right? Don't just talk it, but we live it. And so if you are able to have that and be able to share that is something that you can't buy.
Foundation.
Because if the physical stops and you have the spiritual, then you still have the foundation.
Right. I like the example of the first Superman. What was his name? Reeves. I was about to say
Clark
Keanu
Kent.
Reeves.
I was gonna say
Keanu
Clark
Reeves. No, Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves' wife, when he had his neck injury, they stayed together. She cared for him even though the physical piece was done. Now, did they have, obviously they had non-sexual physical intimacy. She might have, washed his body, she had to, caress his face.
She had to care for
She
him.
cared
She had to
for
nurture
him. He was quadriplegic. And so they worked that thing out. And she stayed with him for, I know how many years? 20, 25 years or so? Until his death. And what was hard was the fact that she passed not long after him, you know. But yeah, so there's a way to that you have these, have relationship and have a strong relationship even after the physical is has diminished.
Absolutely. And in the chat, we have K Spirit said, share your values, your dislikes, your likes, and
Your goals.
your goals. Thank you.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
your
my
glasses at? Where your glasses at? Somebody faking the phone.
Listen, I can see. I'm strengthening my eyes when I don't wear them. That's what I'm doing. But yes, K Spirit, absolutely, you are spot on, as they say.
Right.
Now, Carl, you said, were they a believer? Maybe that was pertaining to the story. Something
With Christopher Reeves and his wife.
Oh,
yes,
gotcha.
they were. Yeah. Well, for as far as I know, they were secular individuals or whatnot.
Right.
I'm not sure what their faith was, but they were able to manage through the fight
You're
and
welcome.
everything. So let's go on to the mental. Number 2 is mental intimacy.
Yeah.
A meeting of the mind. Michelle and Tyrone, I need to hear from y'all on this one. These people, some of the hardest working people,
Hottest. What?
hardest working people in
That
Tampa,
you
Florida.
had to give that H.
Yeah, hardest working.
Okay.
These people, when I was going to Tampa in school, these people, I had to tell them they needed to eat. And I'm finna rat on Michelle because Michelle was eating the man's food. The man got his plate. Michelle was in the man's plate. I mean, and she take a lot of his stuff. I don't know what it is. You get married,
Michelle,
your
I got
stuff
you.
your stuff get took.
We are
You
one.
get married.
One flesh.
We show up to class. Michelle got this man's laptop. Like, how you gonna have your husband's laptop? He got work to do. Then he gotta deal with it. But they work hard and they play hard though.
Yeah. And that's what it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. But yeah, so mental intimacy. Let's talk about that because that's the next one, right?
Yes, that's why I was bringing. I wanted them to chime in on that mental piece because they've done some.
She says she can't even deal with you.
They've built this organization.
Yes.
That they started in the back of a barbershop, y'all. They had a vision. They connected mentally in that vision, and they were making it happen. And what I love the most is their whole family works in that bit. And they downloaded some stuff for us back when before Harvey hit, for Elaine and I and my girls. My girls were there with us at graduation. And the things that they did in their growing that organization to a multi-million-dollar organization, and all the children that they help in dealing with human trafficking and stuff like that. Man, these people are the bomb.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
tell me about meeting of the mind, being able to have. Okay, there she goes. Okay. There they go. And look at her. Look her fly. Look at her fly. Look at the chocolate Adonis on there. Look at it.
Did he really?
The chocolate Bishop chocolate Adonis.
Really?
Being able to have discussions and agree to disagree.
Yes.
Because Tyrone is always right.
You got it.
Somebody in here said
You better call Tyrone.
Listen, Michelle, I got you. No, that is not what we're going to do tonight. But yes, absolutely, your comment is definitely right. Being able to discuss, have those discussions and agree to disagree. So that means what? Some things may not even get solved.
Yeah, some things may not even get solved. And it's not like it's the end of the world.
Yep.
I mean, there are things that you guys are not, because everybody thinks of likeness. Everything's got to be the same. We got to do the same. If me and Elaine was the same, the scriptures say, two blind folks look at each other.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. Somebody got to be able to see.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They fall in a ditch, right? No, so to keep y'all out of the ditch, y'all got to recognize, okay, that's just one thing that we don't agree on.
Yes.
Elaine
and
like
keep it moving.
Elaine like Velveeta shells and cheese because she all fancy. I like Kraft mac and cheese because my mama made it for me.
Well,
So
there you have it. Are we breaking up because I like Velveeta?
nah, I still keep you.
It kind of seemed like he was trying to think about that thing.
I keep you with some baby.
Really, he's trying to think about that thing. Okay. In the chat, I like that K Spirit said, "Work smarter, not harder." Yes, absolutely, and that's what we got to give the kudos to Michelle, the Walkers. They do that.
Yes.
We trying to be like y'all.
We came with respect.
Okay, who said that?
That's what Michelle
That's
said.
Michelle. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Tyrone, is she taking her own advice? I need you to say this is Tyrone and she's taking her own advice.
Hey, Aunt Carrie. Yes. We see you, beautiful. I like that. Yes. And then, of course, Diane. Hey.
Yeah.
Diane Polar Jackson. That's our, she's our cousin, right?
Diane, no, not Diane.
That's the other Diane. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's our friend.
Yeah, we got another
That's
Jackson.
our friend. Yes. She says
Barbara Jackson.
my husband sleeps.
Sleep.
So I need to wake him.
Oh yeah, get him up. No, let the man sleep.
Don't do that.
He gonna be mad at me.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Diane. No, don't do that. Don't get in trouble.
Yes, how can two walk together unless they agree?
Yes.
Tyrone is not going to. Tyrone. Oh, okay. You know what? Stay safe, Tyrone. Stay safe.
Okay.
Because the song didn't say call Larry. Because it don't sound right. Yeah. So I can't come and get you in Tampa, bro.
No,
I can't get you. I
he
can't
cannot.
come and get you.
He cannot.
Yes.
So, but
All right.
we've all heard some, this expression, and we're all adults here. But make love to my what? Okay.
Hold on.
somebody
Say
said it in the
that,
room.
Courtney.
To my mind, it's been spoken in the room, right? So what does that mean, right? So that means, of course, listen, we all want to be able to share. We want to be able to all of us say we want to be genuine. And it's, everybody says, well, keep it what?
100.
Keep it 100, right?
Oh,
So
you said 100.
I said 100. Yes, I said it. I can go now. He better realize I'm from Third Ward, on the good side, next door to the Washington.
Trying to get
Yes, now.
trying to get in there.
So even though my mama moved us out to the woods and all that, but anyway, the Spring Woods area. But listen, Spring Branch, I want you
Say
all
that.
to know this, that there are definite things that you have. Eric and I, y'all know we are total opposites.
Yep.
And
I'm right. She getting right.
somebody gonna pay tonight.
No
but
wrestling.
anyway, no wrestling for you. No wrestling. But to be able to share with Eric, and everybody's kind of saying it already, but if I'm able to share with Eric all of my hopes, my dreams, right? To share with Eric the things that because it's rich up in here, y'all. I have a rich inner life up in my mind, right?
Yeah, up there. And I be mining. I be trying to mine. I be trying to find out. I be,
But we all, we know that there are certain things, of course, that I'm passionate about. There are certain things that Eric is passionate about. And so if I'm able to share what my passion is, I'm able to say, look, baby, this crossed my mind. And he takes the time to listen, and Carl said that earlier on. So that is dealing with the mental, right? It's fueling the mental intimacy.
yes.
And then it's also fueling that next point that we're gonna as well.
Hands down.
Which is
Emotional. You know why men, people cheat is how that person, the other person, made them feel emotionally.
I think, just say that again, because that rocked my world when you shared it with me. So, because, we were, many times we say, oh, how did that person did they divorce their spouse got with them?
How
And
they
you're like,
make them feel.
it looks like they downgraded,
Yep.
right? It looks like You left
for
all
whatever
of
the
that
situation may be.
but what it you when you shared that with me, that means what? You said it how a person makes them feel.
Yeah, it's how the person makes them feel.
So it's not about beauty.
No, it's not about. It's beyond beauty. You can be the prettiest thing, but if you make somebody feel a certain kind of way, that's the ugliest thing you can be and do. So, hands down, how you make that person feel, cultivating a sense of closeness,
Yeah.
being
A bond.
intentional.
Yeah.
Say that with me. Be intentional
Intentional. Absolutely.
in your desire for closeness. Serve somebody. Serve your partner.
Yeah.
You know, do something for them. You know, make it easy. I tell guys, you know, it is, it's a fella. You go to work, come home, and I saw this growing up. You go to work, she go to work. Y'all come home, you sit down and you get the remote, right? You watching TV and ask her, is dinner gonna get cooked? When I saw that at 13 years old on Field Street, so some of my family members, so you know where I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about.
You gonna name the street?
I'm just gonna name the street. I ain't gonna say no names.
Okay.
You know, folks might get a little upset. Anyway, I remember that day coming home from school and the brother asked my mother, well, I done messed it up. I just said a little. But anyway, that joker asked her, when was dinner gonna be ready? And she just got out the same car with you after work. And so she's getting, so I'm like, okay, you can build closeness. So the both of y'all can, one, the food will get done quicker. You know, how to have it go along faster. That way you can have more time with your partner, right?
Yeah.
Get in there and cook with them. Y'all, and if the both of y'all tired, then the both of y'all tired. If the both of y'all not tired, and it might be some extracurricular and you want to go back to the wrestling,
Yeah.
you want to wrestle, everybody got the same energy wrestling.
Okay. You and this wrestling. But that's so true because even in
It works.
some folk think that's, y'all really think that's really funny, right? but it does work because that was helpful early in our marriage. Now, you know, of course, Eric, you know, made a quick work of my womb when we were first married, right? So here it was, you know, shortly after we were married, we were expecting. But one of the things that Eric did early on,
60 days she took me. 60 days she took me, which means our baby was born a month, more than a month before our first anniversary. Nasty self. Nasty self.
anyways. But one of the things that he did was, look, Kiambra says she's borrowing wrestling. Yes, you like that term?
Yeah, to call heavyweight champion.
So yes, that's the
I
key,
lost
y'all.
5 times, bro.
That's another key. So when you want some intimacy, some physical intimacy, you just say, baby, let's go home and wrestle. Okay?
Like Major Payne.
So we're giving y'all some pointers here. The 7-second kiss and the wrestle.
Yes.
But anyway, what Eric did early on was, you know, when I would, of course, I would have our daughter and I would nurse, and he would take the baby, and I would turn over and go back to sleep, and he would burp the baby, right? He would burp, and then, of course, he had enough energy, or what have you, to where he allowed me to get my energy, and of course, we're able to care for the baby and care for each other.
In other words, wrestle. What he said.
It's wrestling. Right, and Kara said behave. He won't do what I care.
Hey, look.
But it's important. I think it's, and we have to look at this because we're talking about strengthening our relationships, right?
Hands down, hands down.
And so if we're going to strengthen our relationships, we have to recognize that these are only 4 levels. I want to know, what are some, does anybody think that there are other levels or other pointers
Well, before we go
that
there,
we can use say what?
Right.
Before we go there?
Before we go there, I want to
Okay.
say just something else about the emotional intimacy.
Talk about
The emotional intimacy is not always just the feel good stuff.
it. Okay.
Emotional intimacy when your partner has lost a loved one and you be there, or lost a friend,
That's
you be there,
Yeah.
or your partner have done something, have fixed a plate in a certain way, and it's hard for you to let them know that the way you doing this ain't, where you want to be. Sometimes you have to do that. Being able to communicate those hard things. When they ask you, was I that size when we met? Those are hard things to ask. You see what I'm saying? So emotional intimacy is also in those hard times, those hard situations to deal with. But take your time, slow it down, and then keep it simple.
Yes. You're really being personal tonight.
No, I'm just
Being
saying.
personal tonight. But I'm gonna let him have it because
She loves it.
he just won't get no wrestling. But yes, those are great points.
How do you get wrestling?
Some people.
I thought it was wrestling.
Anyways.
Okay. So
But
go
that's
on.
good though. That's good.
Go ahead on what you was talking about.
Because listen, we are talking about real life, right? And we
Hands
all
down.
are living in this world together, right? And during this last year and a half, we've all seen a lot of losses, right? If you know that you have some type of friend or family member or what have you, they have of course experienced loss just as you have. And so it's important to realize that with your spouse, right?
Yes.
Their feeling and their emotions are all caught up in the loss, and you have to allow that person to feel it through,
Hands down.
and you have to allow the person to grieve, right? And it looks different for everybody,
Right.
but it's important to be able to respect that, and I think that's key on what you were saying, right? So understanding that how do I deal with when life happens, when there are losses, when there are job loss,
Yes.
okay?
When the money funny and the change is strange.
Strange, right? What we've heard some what a woman said in church.
No money, no
No
honey.
honey.
What in the world?
Like, oh, okay, right? But that was much. But I was like, okay.
God say it is unlawful. But is it lawful to deny wrestling?
I don't. That's a question for you. Oh, that is for
That's
that is
Corinthians,
to me.
You know what? That's Corinthians. That's
Yeah,
That's Corinthians?
That's in Corinthians? And I think that's
No,
in
somebody
Third
said-
Eric.
Somebody said Corinthians. There ain't no such thing as no Corinthians, first of all. So let's go there. Corinthians. That ain't in my Bible.
But Third Eric ain't in your Bible either. But
That is true.
But it's in there. It's in there. It's a whole
It's in
chapter.
the book. It's in the book.
It's in the book.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, denying. It's not denying. It's delaying. How about that?
a good one.
All right, y'all like that one, ladies?
That's good.
Yes,
Okay.
we don't deny.
Yes.
We
Yes.
delay.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is
Delayed.
Uh-oh.
So when it's not your time, I'm sorry.
See,
You're gonna have to be patient.
Yeah, it's being spoken. It's being spoken in the room. I'm telling you. Listen.
That's okay, because we ain't been given a spirit of fear, but of power and love
Listen.
and a sound mind.
So yes, delay. What'd you say, Carl? Carl said delayed. What? It will be a.
Oh Lord, Michelle say the delayed is not denial. So I see.
There
I'm
you
praying
go.
for
There
you.
you go.
There you go,
Hold on.
Michelle.
I'm praying for you.
Delayed is
I'm praying
not
for you,
denial.
Tyrone.
So calm down.
I agree. Yes. But I love it. I love it. I love because I love the topic because this is our opportunity, of course, to grow even more. Because when we are one of the first things, and Naama said it, was the conversations, right? Conversations and communication is key. If we want any type of intimacy,
Hands down, we gotta talk.
we
And we
gotta
can't just
talk.
be talking about bills. We can't be talking about how bad the cheering are. Can we
Right.
to praise our children? Can we praise the things that have been paid? and be grateful that these things have been paid. Because in this day and hour, right now, people are losing their jobs. People are not, they don't have the unemployment and all these different things that sustain their lives, and so on and so forth. So can we just be thankful for every breath we take? Can we be thankful for the clothes that are on our back, the shoes on our feet?
Come on, preach, sir.
Come on, sir.
Come on, talk about it.
No, I'm kidding. So I gotta, you gotta wind up. You gotta wrap up. But I love what Kiambre just said. Well, shoot, somebody get this woman a medal.
Okay.
This woman deserves.
Really, Kiambre?
Listen, we're gonna give you a time to have a class to teach these delayers and deniers. Okay, all right. She said, "Well, shoot, I don't delay or deny," and we're gonna have Brandon to come on, and he gonna share with us what he does to never get delayed or denied.
Kiambre,
Or either you like the lady.
We were like these.
No, I think she like the lady that always thinking about resting. But anyway, listen, we are almost over our hour. It's been great.
Always.
We've had fun. Thank you for the engagement.
Yes.
And listen to K Spirits. Put your real name in there, cause I'm trying. You talking like you know me, and I'm scared.
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, I think that's someone that Carl.
No, that's
was trying
Carl
to
Hall.
say.
Oh.
No, he was saying. He said, well, he was interpreting for us, so just let me say that, so they might know each other. So
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
just let us know in the chat. Eric wants to know who you are, because I don't know why he's trying to,
Yeah,
put
and
you
that's
out
on
like
YouTube.
That might be your, you want to keep this anonymous. We respect that. But anyway.
Okay, cool beans. Ignore the
Kiambre,
delay
say we cool.
or the non-commit.
I don't know, Kiambre.
We cool. She said we cool. Y'all cool. Y'all cool.
But I
All
do agree. I don't believe in that either.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but I
5
do
minutes.
have boundaries.
Delay.
Right.
5
So
minutes.
part of my boundary might be pressed upon. No, the situation. No, but I don't, and I think that's a whole nother topic as well. Is withholding. Yeah, you don't punish someone. You don't withhold to punish, right?
That's a punishment.
Because,
That's a punishment.
that's just not fair. But
Corporal punishment.
and here's where you learn maturity, right? It's key in learning how to separate, right? You started talking about it earlier about people who work and bring their work into the relationship, right? And so you end up not focusing so much on the intimacy, on the simple things with holding hands,
Right.
with the conversations, with taking walks together, and such. We have to, also remember that, in the day to day, when we're talking about just how am I making the connection with Eric, and how is it that he's making the connection with me? And we're actually seeing that this is important for the relationship. This is important for the future of our children, because they are our legacy, right? And guess what? They are watching everything that we say, but more so than what we say, they're watching what we do.
Yes. So hands down, listen. We want to leave you with that. We're gonna allow that to be the final statement tonight.
Yes.
Listen again. Go to share this live on Facebook. Share it on YouTube. Anybody who you think that it could benefit them, encourage them to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so you can get that notification when we go live. I'm not leaving out anything else. Oh yeah, join the Black Love Matters campaign. It is. We'd like to. Yes, crucial.
In the room.
We have a lady, someone we would like to honor, Miss Olivia Wright, who sponsored a couple. We are appreciative for her and what she's done, and everything, and seeing the vision and being a blessing to others. So we want to do that, and know that your purchase does that, the purchase of those shirts. We also have the Make Love Work shirts as
Yeah.
well, $25, double X, 30,
You really gonna tell them
triple
the
X.
sizes too?
Yeah, all of that. Now that's not on the website. You can hit me up on the Cash App, and we'll go ahead and get that. And Cash App is real easy.
Yes.
It is $Eric Elaine.
There you go.
All right.
We appreciate
All
you guys
right.
for your time.
Appreciate you.
Cannot miss that Michelle said. I meant to say Tyrone ignores delayed or denied denial. Thanks, Michelle.
Because he know you can't stay away from that chocolate Adonis.
Yes, it did. Okay, y'all, this is our time. Thank y'all for joining us. And thank you, K-Spirit. Yes, good night. Peace and multiply blessings. Yes.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all next week.
See y'all later.